Okay, so when you bring up the internet and go to office.com, um, it'll ask you to sign in. Every time I sign out, it doesn't actually go to the sign in screen. It's kind of locked my ID in. But you just click sign in and then sign in with your SD72 your username and password, which is your email. And then you'll have access to your Office 365 dashboard. And so the application that I want to talk about today is OneDrive. So OneDrive is a giant storage platform for you to house your documents and files. Can be accessed on any internet-enabled device. And so the first thing that we're going to look up here is the just the top toolbar here. So to organize it, what you could do is create yourself some folders, which you can see I've created. The other thing that you can do is within the new tab here is click on these different Office applications. And so clicking on a Word document would bring the Word Online up, which will also be automatically saved now in your OneDrive. This is a document that you could work on, and then you could click share with someone, and so then you can collaborate with other teachers. This could be something that students could do to collaborate on a document, because all students in the district also now have Microsoft IDs that they can use to sign into an online Office 365. So again, creating a shared document would just, sharing there. And if I wanted to say share this with a colleague, I could just start typing their name and it'll go through our district directory and find her. And so if I wanted to share this document with Tina, I could do that and then send it to her, and then anything that I type on it will show up in her document as well. We could be working on the document at the same time. So that's really cool for just collaboration purposes. That goes with anything else that's in here as well. Now, if we look at the other options that come up in this, we could work on a PowerPoint, or we could share a OneNote notebook back and forth. OneNote is a great application, but it's pretty in depth. So I would create a separate kind of teaching video about that one. But here you go. You can create your folders and then bring stuff into it. This eventually OneDrive will replace what we have now as an existing H drive. So it would be a good idea to kind of get used to how this works. It's very simple and easy to use. If we look here, we can navigate a little bit through our OneDrive. So any documents that have been shared with me or any files that I've shared with other people will also show up in here. So I've created shared folders between me and each of my students where I can drop things in. Excuse me. I can drop things in these folders, and vice versa. They can drop things in those folders, and it'll be shared between the two of us. So anything that's been shared will be accessible in this part. To upload something is simply just, you can upload an entire folder or individual files to put in here. So I've taken most of my H drive and uploaded it into this, and this is good because sometimes our H drives, when we have network problems, they disappear and you can't access them. However, if stuff is in your OneDrive, then you'll always be able to access it from anywhere. Another interesting thing about OneDrive is sometimes we have, students might be working on an iMovie or be creating a large video file that then becomes, usually the only way you can get that to a parent is through a USB or something. This would give you an option of being able to, put large files into your OneDrive and then send parents a link that they would download the video from your OneDrive. It's just an easy, safe way to get this. All of the information that's in here is stored on servers in Canada, so there's no, it doesn't violate any privacy. So if you were looking at something like sharing a large file here, so if I was to just go down and look at, I've got some video files on here, some of the tutorials I make or some other movie projects. If I was wanting to share this file with an individual, what I can do then is if they're within School District 72 directory, I just have to start typing the name. But if I'm sharing it with a parent, I would just have to put the parent's email in, and then so here I'm gonna share this document with my wife, just so I can show you as an example. So I've got her email address there. Oh, and there it is. And now click. This part is important here. You want to click on this. So this kind of gives you the ability to set the control preferences for what the person you're sending the link to. So this would allow her to edit the video. So what I want to do is maybe just allow her to view it, and so then if I send that to her, she'll be able to view it and then also download it to her device, but she wouldn't be able to make any changes on it that would affect my copy of it. So that might be just something that you want to, and these are to make sure that you've looked at before you send files to people. And then this is also just the different kind of like anybody in School District 72 can look at it if they have the link, or you can just specify specific people to be able to edit it and make changes to it. So this can be one very useful part of OneDrive. You can just organize your files within it, and it's very handy. So if you would like to know more about OneDrive, or like some assistance in kind of navigating you around, please do not hesitate to contact me, and we can set up a time that we can meet and I can help you with that. Okay, OneDrive.